Hey guys, it's Mason. Today I'm going to be showing you how to safely store your Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies on a Ledger Nano S. Let's get started. When you first receive your Ledger Nano S, it's going to come in a box that looks like this. What the Ledger Nano S is it's a hardware wallet that helps you securely store the keys to access your different cryptocurrencies. The Ledger Nano S is going to come in a box with the hardware wallet itself, as well as a few cables that help you attach it to the computer. I'm going to walk you through how to set up your Ledger Nano S and through your first few transactions using it. So to set up the Ledger, you're going to want to plug the cable that came with it into the Ledger itself, and then the other end into a USB port on your computer. Once the Ledger's been plugged in, it'll show you a welcome screen, and it'll ask you to get started with the setup process. You're going to want to click both buttons on the sides of the Ledger and configure it as a new device. Now it's going to ask you to choose a PIN code. Go ahead and type in the numbers as shown here using the buttons on the top of the device. Once you're satisfied with your PIN code, click the check mark and you'll move on to the next stage of the process. The next stage is writing down a recovery seed. The recovery seed can be used to recover the device in case it's ever lost or stolen. The recovery seed is a 24-word backup phrase that you send to the Ledger company in order to get a replacement device that has the same keys as the ones that you lost. It's very important that you keep this backup phrase in a place that it won't get lost or stolen. If somebody gets access to these words, they'll also have access to back up your Ledger and have access to your funds. So it's of vital importance that you do not lose these words or let anybody else have access to them. To verify that you wrote down the 24-word list correctly, the Ledger Nano S will ask you a series of questions about what order the words appeared in your specific 24-word list. Once you've finished verifying your 24-word backup phrase and setting your PIN code, the core software of your wallet is now set up. What you'll now need to do is download individual wallet software for each different cryptocurrency application that you want to use. I'm going to walk you through that process now. Go to the Google Chrome Web Store and download the Ledger Manager application if you haven't already. Once you've launched the application, make sure to verify on your device that you've allowed the Ledger Manager to make changes to your Ledger Nano S. The first application I'd recommend installing, if it didn't come pre-installed on your device, is the Bitcoin Wallet application. This is what we're going to be using to receive, store, and send both Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. In addition to having the Bitcoin software on your Ledger Nano S, you're also going to have to install Ledger Wallet Bitcoin as another Chrome extension in your Chrome browser. Before launching the Bitcoin web wallet, make sure that you've launched the application on the Ledger Nano S. Once you launch the application, it's first going to ask you if you want to use Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash. For now, let's select Bitcoin. It's then going to ask you if you'd like to use the legacy chain or the SegWit chain. The SegWit chain is the most up-to-date software, so go ahead and use the SegWit chain to launch your Bitcoin wallet. At this point, your Bitcoin wallet should be set up and you're ready to receive your first transactions. Let's go ahead and walk through the process of sending your Bitcoin from your exchange account into your own private wallet. I pulled up my Coinbase account here to show you guys how to transfer Bitcoin from your Coinbase account into your private wallet where you'll have full control over your funds. However, at the time I was making this video, the Bitcoin transaction fee was incredibly high. It's at $26 a transaction right now. And because I don't want to show you guys how to make a $100 transaction and pay $26 just to send your Bitcoin off the exchange, I decided to show you the same process using Bitcoin Cash. So let's go back to our original wallet software, and instead this time let's choose Bitcoin Cash when launching it. Go ahead and select the split button in order to separate your Bitcoin and your Bitcoin Cash wallets. Once your software is loaded up, click on the Receive tab and then copy the address that it provides you. This is where you're going to want to send your Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash to. Once we've copied the address, let's take it back to Coinbase. Let's go to our accounts and select the cryptocurrency that we want to send. For now, let's choose to send Bitcoin Cash. It's going to ask you for the address that it's going to. That's the address that we copied from our wallet. Go ahead and paste that in there. Once you've verified to make sure that the addresses are the same, you can go ahead and click Continue to finish the transaction. One thing I'd like to point out really quickly is that the fee on the 0.01 Bitcoin transaction was $27, whereas the fee on the 0.01 Bitcoin Cash transaction was less than a penny. It's an enormous difference, and I think it's important to realize that you're getting charged these fees when you're sending your coins between exchanges. It's much cheaper to send coins through the Bitcoin Cash network than the Bitcoin network when Bitcoin is clogged down with a heavy load of transactions. Once you see the green checkmark pop up, you can be sure that your transaction has been initiated. You may not see the transaction in your wallet for 10 minutes to a few hours, depending on how congested the network is at the time that you try to send the Bitcoin. Eventually, you'll see your transaction show up in your Bitcoin wallet as an unconfirmed transaction. It'll tell you where it came from, as well as the amount that the transaction was for. After enough time, blocks will eventually come in and confirm your transaction, and you will know that you have officially received your Bitcoin from your exchange account into your personal wallet. And that's all I've got for today. If you'd like us to do any videos on a particular subject in the future, please let us know in the comments below.